Or wanted to have a say in what movies are chosen for watch-alongs on YouTube channels? Do you want to have your voice heard? Are you disappointed in the channel owner's choices? Now you can. Dead Eights on Deck wants to know what content you want to see discussed. Stop by my live streams for your chance to pick the next watch-along I cover. Throw your hat in the ring when you give $5 or more in Super Chats during my next live stream.
Howdy, gang, and I apologize. I just realized I didn't put my makeup on, so I apologize for looking slightly above Night of the Living Dead. I've also been very wiped out today. I'm not sure if it's due to. I have not, Russell, but I was able to find the 720p Criterion version on YouTube. So thank you again for letting me know that it was available on YouTube. But I am looking forward to watching this. I did not realize it was a Michael Mann film, which has me excited as well. But I am a huge fan of James Caan, but for whatever reason, this movie has slipped under my radar all these years. So again, I want to thank Russell for suggesting this one and for his $5 super chat, which while I'm talking about that, this is technically a live stream. So I am still, for those of you that saw the little commercial at the beginning of this, I am still offering the promotion where if you give a $5 super chat or more during this watch along or any other live streams I do, you can get to throw your hat in the ring to pick a movie for me to do an upcoming watch along. And this is a way to get support for the channel and also a way for you guys and gals to feel a part of what I'm doing with Deadites on Deck. So hopefully it's a good thing for both entities, me and for you guys and gals as well. Now, I'm usually doing these watch alongs every other weekend. So next weekend, I will not be doing any watch alongs, but the following weekend, we've got a couple lined up. Dog Soldiers, which was Menelek's pick, will be not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday. And Brian King stopped by last night and gave a $20 super chat. And he mentioned the movie Cube. So that will be the one that, again, not this coming Sunday, but the Sunday afterwards. So we've got Dog Soldiers and Cube coming up. And if you are interested in this, and I think I'm going to change my font style real quick here because I just realized I've got it on I've still got it on the Roadhouse font. So let's see if we can just, yeah, I don't know. I should have done this already. Sorry, folks. Let's just do that one. Okay. All right. You love Cube, Russell? Well, be sure to tune in for that one. Not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. But this coming Sunday, I do have the Return of the Movie Munchies coming up. It will be pre-recorded. It basically got too much for me to do all the Movie Munchies live, so I will be doing that at some point. It will pop up on Sunday, January 19th, I believe. I'm going to be making Grandma's Killer Mac and Cheese from the Castle Rock Kitchen Cookbook. So for you fans of mac and cheese, or just fans of my Movie Munchies and wondering when I was going to bring those back, they will be sporadic, but I will always let you guys and gals know when one's coming up. Okay. So we got that coming up. I am going to be doing some new programming. I'm in the right smack dab in the middle of Corn on the Cob, the films of Sandy Cobb. I think we've got about one or two more of those to do. Sandy Cobb didn't produce a lot of movies, but he produced a few of them. I've got Dick's Picks coming up, the films of Dick Randall, the films that he produced. I'm going to be doing that upcoming. I'm also going to be doing something called Cannon Fodder. And I was going to do every film that the Caan group had anything to do with. And then once I talked it over with Steve, he suggested that I just focus on the Golden Globus era, because that is the era that most people are familiar with. And it's going to have the most popular movies. So that is what I decided. So rather than covering everything that the Caan group might have had anything to do with, I'm going to specifically focus on the Golden Globus era, which I think was the most lucrative and popular era for Caan films. So be on the lookout for all of that, plus watch-alongs, movie munchies, all kinds of cool stuff coming up. Okay. So, oh, that's fine, Russell. You say you're going to watch the film with commentary because you've seen Thief many times. And again, Russell, I want to thank you for suggesting this one, because this allows me to discover movies that I have never got a chance to see. Excuse me. And I probably could find them on my own, but when people suggest them in any capacity, it's always a good thing. So, now, just a little word of warning. Normally, I watch the movies that I'm doing the watch-alongs for on disc, so that I can have the window open and it's playing, and I've got the screen with the chat up and all that. However, I'm having to watch this from YouTube, which means I'm going to be having to switch back and forth between screens. Now, I have noticed, I don't think this happened originally, but the longer I've done these things, I've noticed that when I switch back and forth between between screens, sometimes it gets me behind everybody else that's watching the movie. So, Russell, if I get, a little ahead or behind, probably more than likely behind you, then we'll just deal with that as it happens. Okay. So I hope we have a lot of people come in here and watched Thief along with us. I've had people tell me that this is an excellent film, in addition to Russell telling me how good it was. So, evidently I've missed out all these years, folks. Um, so I have mine. I have the audio muted because YouTube will get all bent out of shape if any music or dialogue is playing. So I have mine queued up to the Metro Golden Mayer MGM. The line's getting ready to roar. And if anybody comes in here later after we've already started, we'll do our best to give you a timestamp. And so this is from 1981. I'm going to give everybody maybe a minute or two more for those of you that will be watching along and want to get queued up. This is a movie that, according to YouTube, is a little over 2 hours, about 2 hours and 4 minutes. So I do want to make sure that I get it started here shortly. Because, like I said earlier, I really wanted to do this. I'm really looking forward to it. And I wanted to do this for Russell as well. But I probably won't be staying on here a lot after the movie's over. And I do apologize for that. But like I said earlier, I have been so wiped out today. I'm not sure if it's the COVID booster I got or it's something else. I don't know. But I hear dogs coming through here, so I'm not sure what exactly is going on. Oh, Reg. Okay. Permit me to step away, folks, for just 1 second. I know this happens every time I get ready to do it. Reg, didn't you go out earlier, buddy? Yeah, man. That was very bizarre because usually I hear Sammy having a fit, so he must have been half out of it or something. Russell, you say in the filming of the opening scene, James told Michael he didn't know to open the safe. Michael said, just do it. And he did. Didn't know how to open the safe. Yeah. I love hearing those kinds of stories from the actors and the directors and producers and what have you. But I think we're going to go ahead and get started. Russell, you said the actor who played the Italian cop was an ex-thief and provided the tools. Now that's interesting too. But I think we're going to go ahead and get started, folks. Like I said, I'm queued up to the MGM Metro Goldwyn Mayer screen. About 15 seconds in on the Thief 1981 720p version on YouTube. This is the Criterion version in case y'all are watching that version of it. I know that's what Russell has. He has the Criterion disc, actually. So we're going to go ahead and do the countdown, and then we're going to get this party started here. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Press play. Oh, I forgot I can't make that screen big there. And I'm going to be switching back and forth at times, folks, to check the chat and all that. Wow, that's a coincidence, Russell. I'm seeing the United Artists logo, which Roadhouse, which we did last night, me and Steve did the watch along for, was a United Artists film as well. Tuesday Weld's also on this movie. And as I said, this came out in 1981. And it's based on a real life guy um, who this experience happened to. So Robert Prosky is also on this. James Belushi. And Willie Nelson, folks. And I always have loved these gritty, city oriented type of films, like Dirty Harry and stuff like that. Some of the older films. I just absolutely love the way they're filmed. And music by Tangerine Dream, who I absolutely love. I think this has the actual proper subtitles on this too. Because, like I said, I can't play the audio or anything like that, or YouTube will ding me for it. But if you're watching this in the comfort of your own home, you can play the thing as loud as you want to. This is based on the book The Home Invaders. And produced by Jerry Bruckheimer and Ronnie Caan, who I believe is James Caan's brother, and directed by Michael Mann. I'll try, folks, not to get up too many times during the watch along. Once I get Reggie back in, we should be good for a little bit. Russell, you say this is Jim Belushi and Robert Prosky. Darnell from Christine Exactly was her first film. I did not know that. That is really cool. Um, and Russell, you said the last song, The Confrontation, is not from Tangerine Dream. So who is that? Do you know who did that song, Russell? I mean, I'm not thinking of becoming a thief or a safecracker or anything, but I just wonder how these guys, that do this, how they figure out how originally. I mean, is it something that is learned from other thieves or something? And now, apologies, folks, if I do get quiet at times because that happens with a movie that I haven't seen before, and I really should, try to watch these before I do the watch alongs for them. But I sometimes, when I'm like this, I get caught up in the movie and watching it, and I may not comment as much. Whereas movies I've seen, hundreds of times, I feel like I can, watch the film and talk over it the whole time because I've seen it so many times. Hold on, folks. Reggie's ready to come in. Actually, what I'm going to do, folks, I will be right back. I'm going to take myself out just momentarily. Oh, sorry, gang. Um, let's see. Rosa, you said Frank is a thief that knows what he's doing. Exactly. The magnetic drill weighs 200 pounds. And Russell, you say Willie was his father figure. He was a master thief, Frank says. One thing I love of this film that safes and tools were real. Um, Tom, hey Tom, you say you've seen this 3 or 4 times. Hey Candace. Um, so Candace says Dana, and she's got a I don't know why StreamYard or YouTube does this, but sometimes on my end on StreamYard, it will not show me the emoji, but it's popcorn, yellow stripe, smile, face, blues, Pam shape, hands, yellow heart, red face, fuchsia flower shape. Uh, so it sounds cute, and I'm sure it is. And I can probably go back on YouTube and watch it. But let me go back to the movie here. So I don't think I don't think it's going to get me behind on this. I don't know why it is like it's not really with YouTube so much as it is some of these other places you can watch the movie. Some of the other places I'll watch movies, for some reason, Tubi might be one of them, that when I switch screens and go back to the StreamYard screen, it's almost like it pauses the movie, but it looks like it's, moved ahead here. Darcy. Sorry, folks. I just watched another James Caan movie here recently that I've seen many, many times, which was Misery with James Caan and Kathy Bates. Oh, The Keep, Tom. The Keep is one that I need to watch all the way through. I don't know why. Um, I don't know why I have never watched all that. Candace, she said popcorn, spam, heart hands, and a flower. Rosie, you say the courtroom scene. I like how the judge and lawyer, how much the bribe would be with fingers on their faces. Tommy say at that time many expensive horror movies, The Keep, Cat People, The Hunger. Yep, you are exactly right. I mean, this looks excellent, even 720p on YouTube here. Sorry, gang, for blowing my nose and stuff. I'm still dealing with a little congestion. I think we just saw a very attractive Tuesday whale there. What do you want, Doris? Want to come up here and say hello? Meow. Come here, girl. No, you can do it. There's my baby. One of my babies. For those of y'all that haven't seen my little girl, Darcy. Oh, I'm sure it does, Russell. Robert Prosky's speech having some crude language. Oh, she's got a lot of credit cards in the wallet. Again, sorry, folks. I know this is disgusting to have me spitting up stuff and blowing my nose and sneezing and coughing and all that. But like I said, I'm not feeling really bad. I'm just kind of tired. Um, but it's the congestion that's a pain in the butt. Hey, Menelect. Candace said that Darcy, she saw you. Yeah, she is a very good girl, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Menelect, I'm glad you were able to join us tonight as well. Ain't that right, girl? Mm-hmm. Another great movie of James Caan in it, the Brian song. Of course, that movie just makes me cry every time I watch it, though. Ooh, things got serious real quick here. Yeah, that's right, Russell. Hey, you goof, look at the wall. Love that line. Hey, Gory Tiger. Russell, you say when I got this on VHS, me and my friends watched it. First time I would have had a thief party every Saturday. And now we got Mr. Willie Nelson here. I wouldn't want to have the last name Gags. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced because, like I said, I don't have the audio going. There's Robert Prosky there on the end of that trio of guys there. Russell, really? The actor in the middle was in jail for murder? Ooh. Tom, you say he also wrote and produced Vegas, the series with Robert Ulrich. Ulrich. I love that TV show. See, I never watched Vegas. I think Steve may have watched some of it. Oh, Miami Vice. Steve loved Miami Vice. Yeah, Uric. Yeah, that's right. Good, Darcy. Shh. Darcy hears some dogs barking outside. Shh. Sweetheart. There were, I just wanted to put this out there, and I'm sure you guys and gals that are in here right now know. Um, I think there were a lot of really fantastic films in all genres in the 70s and 80s, just absolutely fantastic. Oh, yeah, Robert Blake. Yeah, that was. Tom, you said there's a documentary on the Robert Blake case on YouTube. I don't think I've seen Electra Glide in Blue either. Have to check that one out. So he's finally telling his girlfriend that he's a thief, he's been in prison. Tom, you said you had great dramatic cop movies around the same time: The New Centurions, The Blue Knight. Russell, you said actor William Peterson, Manhunter, as a small role as bartender. Tom, you say, I mean, around 1973. Um, Russell, you said Fort Apache, The Bronze with Paul Newman is a great cop film. See, I'm hearing about all kinds of really cool films from you guys. that I would like to see eventually. Hey, Chris. Tom, I totally agree with you. You say Thief was a very stylish movie. It was the time of the American Gigolo, design, music, fast editing, Blondie music, and great movie posters. Um, Russell, you said the confrontation music is by Greg Safan. Okay, cool. Thanks, Russell. Guys, I'm going to step away here. And I wasn't extra hungry earlier, but now I'm hungry. So I'm not going to take myself out. I'm just going to go grab some. Oh no, Chris, you go right ahead and promote yourself. Um, yeah, I love that. Guys and gals, you need to go over to Chris's channel and check out what he's doing and supporting. But I'm going to leave it to him to tell what he may be talking about at 10 Eastern time tonight. Tom, if you're speaking to my channel, thank you very, very much. And thank you, Russell. And if you're talking about Chris's channel, thank you for that too. Darn game. Something on my glasses there. I mean, James Caan's character appears to me to be a guy that is, I mean, essentially, I think he wants to have a normal life. I think he just doesn't know how, you know. What doors? Russell, you want a link to Chris's channel? Um, yeah, the Candace, she is being like a ghosty tonight. um, Chris, you should be able to put the link for your channel in there. Oh, there we go. I think since Chris is a moderator on my channel, he should be able to. I don't think I've been on that guy's channel, Tom. I'll have to check that out. And Tom, I think you were the one that had mentioned to me several times about collabing with other YouTubers. I'll be totally honest with you. I would be open to it, Tom. That's also a suggestion you put in my virtual suggestion box. Sorry, gang. But I guess I'm just not sure how to go about it. Now, people I know already, I just am not sure if these people would be receptive to me just, contacting them. And some of them I don't even know how to contact unless I just came in their streams and said something. I don't know if that would be kosher to do that. If they don't have any kind of contact information out there, I'm not sure how to go about contacting them. I mean, this collabing with anybody other than people I already know is new territory for me. And I've been meaning to tell you that because you're probably thinking, well, why ain't Dana, collabing with these other people? I've mentioned it several times. So if you have any insight into how I would go about in private contacting these people, because like I said, I don't want to jump on their live streams and say, hey, dude, or girl, gal, I want to collab with you. Because, to be honest, they may not even want to collab with anybody. That might be the other thing. I know collabing is very important. Networking is very important. I just don't want to overstep my bounds. And, some people may have things set up the way they want them, and they just might not want somebody coming in there. And, I'm not going to try to take over. I would never want to try to take over. But they may not be interested in somebody coming on there and talking about stuff, especially somebody they don't know. Tommy said, get on Have Cheetah Will View and other channels. Well, yeah, but how do I go about that? I mean, like I said, I don't want to go on this guy's channel when he's doing a live stream and say, hey, I want to collab with you. I would just rather have a discreet way, an email or something. I just don't know how to contact these people. You say if you don't ask, you won't know, and that is correct. But I don't think it would be kosher to jump on their live stream and just start asking to collab with them. I would rather do something behind the scenes. Now, this Have Cheetah Will View. Do they have other people on there, and are these people they know? I mean, I guess what I'm saying is I need more information about how to do this, because like I said, I have never collabed with anybody other than people I know. And I'm not against it. I just want to follow proper protocol, and I just don't feel like just jumping on one of their live streams and start asking questions is, jumping in their chat on one of their live streams and just starting to ask and say, hey, I want to collab with people. I just don't think at this point in time in the YouTube world that that's exactly kosher. So, if anybody, not just Tom, but if anybody can give me pointers in that direction, I am totally not against it. I just want to make sure that I don't ruffle any feathers along the way. Right. So, and I'm not angry that people ask me to do these things, to collab with people, because I'm all about doing that. I'm all about it. But the thing is, do we know if these people want, somebody to collab? And that might be what Tom means by if you don't ask, you won't know, which understood. But I need a discreet behind the scenes way, an email or something. And if these people are not putting that information out there where you can contact them, and it may be that I have to watch one of their live streams, maybe I will see some contact information. Tom, totally understood. There is collabing going on, but I don't know if they're collabing with people they know. I don't. You simply have to have a way to contact these people. And if these are people they know, they probably have contact information that they're sharing back and forth, just like me and Chris, or me and Candace, me and whoever I have had on my streams, or they have had me on theirs. We talk behind the scenes. We don't just go jump on each other's channels, and we know each other. I just don't feel comfortable jumping on a stranger's channel and start asking in chat. I would rather have a separate way to contact them. I understand totally about the collabing, and I'm for it. But I just need to know how to privately contact somebody. And if they don't have that information out there in some format, then I have no way to contact them privately. But anyway, I don't want you to think I'm mad or I'm against anything like that. I just need some guidance here. If this is something that is on their channels, I just let me know. Hey, they're not personal, but there's contact information on their channel, and I will go check it out. But if they don't have that contact information, there's simply no way other than invading their chat and start asking questions. And I don't want to do that. I don't feel comfortable doing that. But anyway, um, I kind of got off the whole movie thing. Uh, what is it, Darcy? But this is, I will say, Russell, once again, I am glad that you um, recommended this movie, because I would definitely like to watch this movie again where I can listen to the audio and all that. Unfortunately, can't do that when I'm doing these live streams, because YouTube will, yeah, they'll ding you for that. Guys and gals, I'm going to see if Darcy needs to go to the bathroom here. I am so sorry to have to keep getting up all the time. Oh, it is a watch along, Russell. What's up? What um did I say something that made you think I wasn't doing a watch along? I'm sorry about that. If it's because I was talking to Tom about this thing, I just wanted Tom to know that I was taking what he said into consideration. I took it seriously. But I'm sorry if that upsets you, because I got away from talking about the movie. So we see here that they're trying to adopt a child here, and this woman is not wanting to talk to him. Now, boys, let's not get upset, or guys, let's not get upset with each other. Tom said he was kidding. Um, I don't want anybody to get upset in here. So I guess y'all were both kidding. Okay. So he gets a ball baby, apparently, Russell. Russell, you said that that's a cop who was an ex thief who provided the tools. Okay. So it appears that he's found out our phone is bugged. Yeah, me too, Candace. Like I said, I'm gonna watch this where I can actually, listen to the audio and stuff like that and get a real sense of the movie because I'm enjoying it, even with reading the subtitles and stuff like that. But I would like to get the full movie experience from it. Candace said you might have addressed this, but I seen where it had John Santucci in it. Like Russell said, wasn't he in one of the house films, or am I imagining that? Um, Hold on just a second, Candace. Darcy's wanting back in. Uh, Come on, Darcy. I know it's cold out there. me just see what I can find out, Candace. He was in House 4, Candace. He played Charles in House 4 from 1992, it looks like. um, Russell, you say love James in Rollerball and the buddy cop film Freebie and the Bean with Alan Arkin. I got the Blu-ray. Candace, you say you thought so. I thought I knew that name. Yeah, it's been so long since I saw House 4 that I'd forgotten about that. So they're gonna name the baby David after Willie Nelson's character of Okla, because his real name was David. Dollars. What kind of feel? Excuse me, folks. Starting that sneezing again. You've never seen House 4, Russell? I think you would probably like it. Come on, baby. Come on, you come up here. Come on, you can do it. Come on. There you go. Darcy's making a return engagement here. Yeah, I remember liking House 4 also, Candace. I just, it's been a long while since I've seen it. Candace said we need more Darcy. She's cute as a button. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I don't want y'all to think I'm abusing my dog. Sometimes these little dogs, especially, Candace may have run into this with Miko because Miko's a small dog. If you get them under their legs, sometimes they get tender there and they cry. I didn't mean to. Okay, okay. We still buddies. Okay. I think some of my dogs are a little camera shy though. They're beating the hell out of him now. Damn. I haven't seen Resurrection County either, Russell. Miko does that too, Candace. Yeah. I try not to get her underneath there, but sometimes I accidentally do. Tom, you say you used to collect movie posters. One of my fave is Cat People and Natasha Kinski in the Rain. Yeah, that's a really cool image, Tom. Steve and I collect movie posters as well. Steve has more movie posters than I do. I have a handful of them, but he has a whole bunch. Nicole. Mm. Sorry, guys and gals, and I'm snotting around, but like with anything, this congestion gets worse at night. Autocorrect, Tom, is a real pain. I agree with you there. Russell, you say you're listening to commentary with Michael and James. I bet that's a really cool commentary, too. We lost a great actor when we lost James Caan. Darcy. Russell, you say this is where he put the cops on a wild goose chase by putting a bug on the bus. Oh, and Candace was talking about, I know we're not watching House 4, but that got me thinking about it. Um, talking about the pizza scene is epic. I gotta go back and see that here again real soon. Oh, goodness. Sorry about that, gang. And this again, this shows the mark of a great film, because the fact that it's a little bit over 2 hours long, but we're already about an hour and a half into this. Um, and it feels like no times went by at all with this. So I want to thank Russell again for recommending this one. Russell, you said that cutting saw isn't a plug-in with the voltmeter. Yeah, yeah, I noticed that too. Oh yeah, that lock opening tool, Russell. Yes. I'm really fascinated. I really, really am fascinated in all these tools that they're using, and the fact that Russell said that these were actual tools. Um, they were actually, I guess, using actual tools that would be used. And I don't want to call this a line of work, I guess, but it's a way of life for some people. You're very welcome, Russell. I have enjoyed this thus far, and I don't see me not liking it at any time soon. And you've gave me a new movie that I want to definitely watch on my own. Um, when I'm not doing a watch along. You just got to think how elaborate, you know, something like this would be if you were, a quote unquote professional thief. This is very complex. I did not know that, Russell. You say Kurt Russell kicked Elvis in his shin in one of his films when he was 11. That is, I'm sorry, but that is just great. Tom says by accident. I must say, too, and you guys will probably groan about this, but James Caan was a nice looking man. And I love that this little well placed um, moment of, I guess you could call it tranquility for um, James Caan and T.C. Wells' character, or their characters here, and Belushi's character as well. I love T.C. Wells' dress here too. Oh yeah, I forgot that he was in Elf, Candace. But yeah, I was talking about Misery earlier. That I had just rewatched the Misery um, just the other day, and I just love James Caan and Kathy Bates in that movie. I'm a huge Tangerine Dream fan as well, Russell. Oh, cool! You made a YouTube playlist. Tommy, you say James Caan was always in great shape too. Yeah, he really, really was. Tommy, you say passed on at 81 compared to Eastwood 95 this year. Not that old. No, not really. I love Eastwood as well. I'm a huge Clint Eastwood fan. Yeah, Robert Prosky is great in this, I must say. So I think there's going to be a problem here because he's supposed to be getting 830,000, and they're not giving it all to him. But we're getting about down to the last quarter of the film. Um, and I think things are really going to get heavy here. As if this film has had some heavy parts in it, but I think it's going to get ultra heavy here in the last quarter. So basically, we're seeing that Frank, he wants his cut, his complete cut, and he wants out of this business now. I don't think I've seen Hoboken Hollow either, Russell. Candace, I do remember 3 o'clock high. I remember the title. I'm just not sure that I've watched it. Ooh, yeah. There's a lot of blood there. Yeah, that is one of those classic speeches, Russell. You're correct. Now, we know that he's just doing this to protect her. Even though it's going to hurt her, he's basically telling her, look, I'm throwing you and the kid out. I want you to leave. So we know, as the audience of this movie, he's doing this to protect her and the child. Tom, you want to know what the first movie I watched in a theater was? Oh, Lordy. Oh, I'm trying to think, Tom. Golly. What was the first movie I saw in the theater? Now, if you had said drive-in, I could probably tell you, but I think probably, and I could be fuzzy on this, and I could be wrong, that I think Mom and several other women in the family went to see On Golden Pond. Um, and that may have been like, I don't remember a lot about it. I mean, I know what On Golden Pond is now, and that's probably not what you would have expected me to say. Um, as the big horror fan that I am. But I think that may have been. Oh, that's awesome. No, I didn't get to see Alien at the theater. Hey, Nige. Nige says Tuesday Weld was with Emmett Grogan for a while. Grogan was with the San Francisco Diggers during the 60s and wrote a great book called about it all called Ringo Lavio. Oh, I have to look into that book. Chris, you say my first movie that I attended was when I was about a year old, so I don't remember it, but it was Jaws the Revenge. Now, that's a great story, Chris, right there, even though you wouldn't remember it. Yes, Russell is indeed a movie veteran. I agree with that statement completely. There's something else about this movie. This movie, with the exception of the beach scene, um, this movie is really keeps you tightly wound the whole time. It is a very tense movie. The tension does not seem to let up much either. Maybe a couple of exceptions. The beach scene, maybe one other scene. I'm gonna take these guys out now. And folks, we are getting down to the final few minutes of the film. I hope everybody has enjoyed this. I certainly have. Oh, where'd Robert Prosky go? Oh, there he is. Now, there's something I wanted to say about this. This movie is not wall to wall blood, but when they do show the blood, they mean for it to be like a punch in the gut. So I can appreciate a movie that has a sensibility about the blood. I mean, this is obviously not a horror film. So it doesn't need wall to wall blood, but they could have very well have done that. And I think that would have been detrimental to the film. Well, believe that he's got a bulletproof vest here on that he's now taking off. And Russell, if I'm wrong on that, feel free to correct me. Well, gang, we have officially reached the end um, of Thief, starring James Caan. Again, I want to thank Russell for choosing this and for supporting my channel by giving a $5 super chat. Um, that it On that note, I would like to remind everybody that you can give a $5 super chat or more during any live stream I do. That includes watch alongs like this one. And you can get to throw your hat in the ring to pick an upcoming watch along that I do. So I just wanted to remind everybody about that. Tom, you say Tuesday Well never became a big star. And that's a shame, too, because I really like Tuesday Well. You're very welcome, Russell. I enjoyed doing this watch along tonight. And again, apologies that I was, so intent on watching the film so much that I might not have said as much about it as I could have if this had been a film that I had seen a bunch of times. Yes, and Tom is right. He says, Crater Mania, you're going live. Chris is going to be going live at 10 Eastern time tonight. So y'all be sure to hop on over you got plenty of time. You guys and gals, feel free to hop on over to Chris's channel and check out what Chris is doing. Chris is going to be doing some great things upcoming. I'm really excited about it. And I know Chris can't even talk. Chris is excited about going on this new adventure as well. I'm going to have to check that freebie in the bean out too, Russell. Well, give me enough time, Russell, and I might do this one again, or you can remind me to do it again. And that way, after I've, seen it and got to hear the dialogue and stuff, I'll be more prepared to talk about the movie. But I usually stay on here. Well, the credits are still rolling. I try to stay on here at least until the credits are completely over, and I think they're getting ready to be over. But I wanted to remind everybody that I'm going to try to do another Corn on the Cob tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That may be the final Corn on the Cob, discussing the films of Sandy Cobb. And I am also going to try to get the Dick's Picks started. The films of Dick Randall, the films that he produced. He produced a lot more films than Sandy Cope did. I'm going to try to get the Cannon Fodder stream started, talking about the Golden Globus era of Cannon films. And so much more. So y'all be on the lookout for all kinds of what I hope to be really cool programming coming up on the channel. And we have officially reached the end, credits and all, for Thief, starring James Caan, suggested by Russell. I want to thank Russell again for that. I'm glad you had a great time, Russell, and you're welcome back anytime, as well as everybody in here. But I think I'm going to call it a night and try to get some rest. And I got to do a few things as well before I get that much needed rest for work tomorrow. So I'm off like a dirty shirt. This shirt ain't dirty, but I'm off like one. And I want to remind everybody, as I always do before I get off of here for the night, to be kind to one another and blaze that trail. Have a fantastic rest of your Sunday night. And I'll see everybody next time.